Guys, welcome to another episode of the M&B podcast where we talk about everything football and also lifestyle. This video is basically about reactions to the transfer deadline, the crazy transfer deadline day that happened yesterday. This January transfer window, the just concluded January transfer window broke a record. 867 million pounds were spent on transfers in the English Premier League, which is unprecedented, which has not happened before. The highest amount of money that has been spent, which was a previous record, was around 620 million pounds. And the crazy thing is, out of the 867 million pounds, a team which is Chelsea contributed to like quarter of the amount. Chelsea spent around like 320 million pounds. And what better way to start than to talk about the biggest deal, which is the British transfer record that has just been broken by Chelsea for Enzo Fernandez. What a deal! But it was a deal that had its ups and downs. A deal that we thought it wasn't going to go through. There was a time where we thought like the deal negotiation has broken down, it has ended. Costa was not impressed with the deal. He wanted the release clause to be paid. There was a time we heard that it was release clause or nothing. Benfica did not want the deal to be amortized. They didn't want the deal to be stretched out. They wanted the money up front, and Chelsea were insisting, no, we need to pay in instrumental. They wanted to play 6 times, and now finally the deal was finally agreed. I was up all night following the deal. I know everybody was streaming different platforms trying to get the news that the signing has been confirmed, and like what a relief for Chelsea fans that that Enzo Fernandez, the one they wanted, their number one target, their primary target, their top priority for this transfer window to bolster their midfield. They finally got their man, and I know every Chelsea fan in the world is happy right now. What will Enzo Fernandez bring? It brings stability to the squad. It brings stability to their midfield, which is lacking. Chelsea has not signed a midfielder since 2018. Finally, they've gotten a world-class midfielder at 22 years of age. You can tell from the signings Chelsea has been making, the projects, and like you can tell what Todd Boehly is trying to do on the board with signing players that are under the age of 25 and building for the future and giving them long-term contracts, 7 years, 8 years contract, amortizing the contract so that they align with the financial fair play rule, and which is so crazy because when the Americans bought Chelsea Football Club, there was a lot of people that was clowning Chelsea. People like Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher. They said they were Americans. They didn't know anything about the sports. They were going to sport there. They are going to be a novice. And look at, like, in 6 months that they got the club, they've been able to know the loopholes and how to get around the financial fair play rule. And they've spent around 620 million pounds in the first 2 transfer windows they've had as the owners of Chelsea Football Club. And you know what, they said like they are not stopping. Even next transfer windows, they still want to make rebuild, but we have to give them a very, very high kudos because they've been able to like solve a 5-year project in just a transfer window. They've been able to like change their squad, and you know the summer now is just going to be majorly clearing out the average players or clearing out players that are unwanted by the team. Now, in this January transfer window, they bought Badiashile from Monaco, which has added enough solidity. His partnership with Thiago Silva has been amazing. Though they've only played 2 matches, but you could see the progression. And the team is gelling and they are beginning to improve. What can I say about Mikhailo Modric? Fantastic player, a lot of pace, pacey player. Can go past players. Not just going past players, he has the quality, he has the calmness to find the right pass, to score the goals. What an amazing player. It was amazing for PSV. Hopefully he can bring the form for Chelsea. Tricky winger, knows how to dribble past his man, knows how to use the ball. Like with the signings Chelsea has made, you can tell that they've boosted their squad. The only problem they have now is the squad is bloated. They have a lot of players. I think they have like 32 players now. And that will be a problem for Graham Potter because like how can you make 32 players happy? And they will have a lot of problems in terms of like registering the new signings for the Champions League because you can only register 3 new signings in the January transfer window when you are staying in the Champions League. So it's going to be crazy to see which player Chelsea registers and which one are left out in the new signing. Definitely, I know Mudryk definitely will be registered, and Enzo Fernandez. You can't spend £105 million breaking the British transfer record and not register your club record signing for the Champions League is impossible. So who will be the third? Hopefully, I think it should be Badiashile because his partnership with Thiago Silva has been amazing. Koulibaly has not lived up to the expectations. Though this is just his first season and it's not even yet up to his season, it's just first 6 months of Chelsea has been up and down. So maybe next season, maybe he acclimatizes with the league and he gets to perform. But who knows? Hey, they might just sell him off next season. There have been rumors that Chelsea might just want to cut their loss on him and just like moving on to Italian Serie A, especially when Skriniar of Inter Milan has reached an agreement with PSG and is not renewing his contract with Inter Milan and is going to PSG for free. So Inter Milan are in need for a left central back, and who is the better person to replace Skriniar than Koulibaly, who has a ton of experience in Serie A, who has been like majorly been the best defender in Serie A before he moves to Chelsea this season. So let's watch that space and see what happens. I feel bad for Hakim Ziyech. Like he was hoping he could move to Paris Saint-Germain. Like the deal was done. Then a little hiccup. Report said Chelsea sent the wrong document 3 times before after the closure of the transfer window. PSG and Hakim Ziyech appealed the decision with the LFP, which is the body that is in charge of the French league today, to try and see if the transfer can be given a pass. But the transfer has been cancelled. It's been off. So Hakim Ziyech now has to move back to Stamford Bridge. And how will he be able to play? Will he get into the squad? Now that Chelsea have Noni Madueke, they have Raheem Sterling on the right wing. They have Mykhailo Mudryk on the left wing. They have Christian Pulisic on the left wing. There's Mason Mount. There's Kai Havertz. There's David Datro Fofana. The team is full. Chelsea has a lot of attacking players. There's Chukwuemeka. There's Kani Chukwuemeka. Not for any Kani Chukwuemeka. And in the midfield, they have Gallagher. They have Mason Mount who can play that position. And of course, the main man, the poster boy Enzo Fernandez. So Chelsea has been able to create a new team in this January transfer window. They've been able to reshape their squad, and hopefully I think in the summer transfer window they are going to make more business, try to get maybe another midfielder, a goal scorer, because I believe they need a goal scorer and a goalkeeper as well. But for now, I think they've done so well. We have to give kudos to Todd Boehly because they've actually put the money where their mouth is. They have put the money where their mouth is. They have actually come out. They've bought a lot of players. This is unprecedented. This is unseen. The amount of money they are spending is unseen. Chelsea Football Club in this January transfer window spent more than the other top 4 leagues in Europe combined. That's crazy. Chelsea alone spent more money than La Liga plus Serie A plus the German Bundesliga and the French league, which is unheard of, and the Italian Serie A, which is unheard of, which is unprecedented. And to the most surprising transfer that went through on the deadline, there was that of João Cancelo from Manchester City to Bayern Munich. Came out of the blue. It was a shocker because Cancelo has been an integral part of the Manchester United team. He has been a very big part of what they are trying to do in Manchester City Football Club. So him moving on loan to Bayern Munich came out of the blue. It was surprising, especially given the fact that he has been their defender, he has played the most minutes in all competitions this season. He was in form at the beginning of the season, but his form began to dwindle during the World Cup, and he eventually lost his spot to Diogo Dalot of Manchester United. And the form hasn't seemed to improve since after the World Cup as well. Whereby he has lost his spot in the Manchester City team to Rico Lewis, a Manchester City Academy youngster. And the transfer, according to report, was based on a major fallout with Pep Guardiola. And we all know Pep, once a player falls out with him, he's always showing the door to them and telling them to leave the club. So hopefully João Cancelo improves Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich has shortage of options in the right back position. Of course, We can't forget the issue with Benjamin Pavard, who does not seem to be interested in being a Bayern Munich player right now. We can't forget that he fell out with the Bayern Munich coach Julian Nagelsmann, and he's not interested in playing for Bayern Munich now. So hopefully João Cancelo gives them that bit of quality they are lacking in the right back position, and Bayern Munich can push further, and they can continue to do better than what they've been doing right now, because you can tell like Bayern Munich has not also been having an exceptional season after the World Cup. They have barely won. They haven't won any of their last 3 matches, been drawing their matches against teams, with all due respect to the teams, against teams they should be beating or they are capable of beating comfortably. So João Cancelo, the addition of João Cancelo is a very good addition, an immense addition, which is going to improve their squad very, very well. And of course, we can't forget the field. Barcelona field has tend to sign Sofiane Amrabat. What the hell is wrong with Barcelona? Because what the hell is wrong with Barcelona? They tried so hard to get Amrabat, but they couldn't get over the line. Fiorentina did not want to be tricked by Barcelona. They wanted an obligation to buy next season. Barcelona wanted a loan with an option to buy for 40 million euros, but Fiorentina was insisting they wanted an obligation to buy, and they didn't want Barca to trick them again. I don't know what's wrong with Barca, but hopefully Barcelona can go back for him in the summer and try to get their man. We can't forget like the shock signing of Marcel Sabitzer from Bayern Munich to Manchester United. It came out of the blue. It wasn't in discussion the day prior to the deadline day, but hey, that's the deadline day. Of course, deals that you don't expect to happen, or deals that you never see coming happens. Marcel Sabitzer is a very good midfield player. He's a pressing demon. He knows everything else style very well, because his style is similar to that of Julian Nagelsmann which he implemented at Leipzig, with attacking players all running for each other, all running for the team, pressing the opponent, and them trying to win the ball back as soon as they lose the ball. So I think it's an immense signing for Man United, especially when it has been confirmed that Christian Eriksen will be out for at least the late part of April or early May. So Sabitzer adds depth, adds quality into the team. He is a player that knows how to shoot. He shoots like a horse, and he has a great range of passing. So I believe he's going to fit well into the culture of Man United, and then we'll see if he becomes a hit or a bust. It was a crazy transfer deadline day. It was a crazy transfer window, one for the books, and I can't wait for another transfer window, which is the August transfer window. Hey, this is the second part of the season is about to officially start. So hopefully we get to watch amazing football. We get to see the ups and downs. Will Arsenal still be at the top of the Premier League? Can Chelsea make the top 4 after the crazy transfer window they've had? And the impact, will Enzo Fernandez be able to impact the team in the way Chelsea board and the Chelsea fans are expecting him to? Will Marcel Sabitzer be a good signing for Manchester United? I'm not forgetting that of Jorginho. With Jorginho Frello moving from Chelsea to Arsenal, will he be able to wheel Arsenal and add the quality and the depth they need in their squad to be able to stand off Manchester City and win the Premier League? Hopefully, will we see like the craziest of the craziest relegation battle? Will the relegation battle go down to the wire, or will Southampton and Wolves start to move away from Everton after they've strengthened and bolstered their squad? We will be talking about all this in the next video. Please like, share and subscribe, and put the comment down below.